And he is done. That's how quickly things change at the main event.
That was a tough card to take. Tough card. I'll be back next year. It was a lot of fun. Good luck, guys.
The 2008 World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Light. Main event.
Back inside the Rio for day 4 of the main event. Phil Hellmuth at our featured table, but as usual, having a hard time sitting still.
Yes. Bracelet number 11. It's been living in New York for a long time.
Maybe it needed some emotional distance from Phil.
My sister Molly. I won bracelet number 11 on 6/11, and she was born 11/11. A lot of 11s.
And poker casinos are open 24/7.
Oh, come on.
As are 7-Elevens.
Come on now. Start your own string, son.
Phil has never shied away from tooting his own horn, but in this tournament, he seems to be playing with even more confidence than usual.
I don't care if there's 300,000 players in it. I've always felt like I'm going to win the main event once, maybe twice more in my life. Well, I feel pretty good. I mean, I seem to be at the peak of my powers.
Yes! Yes!
And I'm capable of never being all in and making it all the way to the final table.
That deserves a celebration. Come on now.
I know what I'm doing. I know how to win.
My biggest bet of the tournament.
I've won more Hold'em tournaments than anybody in history by far.
You want the truth?
And when I start reading people well, then I can be a very scary player to contend with, and they all know that. So this is imaginable. This stuff can happen. I beat 2,700 player fields. Now we're down to 470.
You guys want to play some poker with me? Let's go, baby.
If you had to bet your money, you have to bet on me.
At this point, I'd put my money on Phil. He simply doesn't make many mistakes.
All right, let's head back out into the field and check on another famous mouth that is always running, that of Mike Matusow.
What do you think, buddy? Did you get there or no?
Reagan Silber made a bet
You gonna show me if I fold?
after the river.
You know, touching a player at the table is a little inappropriate, and I'm quite certain you're not supposed to take the player's pulse while you're in a hand.
James, help me here, man. I gotta do good in this tournament. You have a lot of chips. You just want a big pot.
Time, please.
Silber not wanting to play ball with Mike.
I wouldn't have called a clock. I would have called a bouncer.
Clock on 35.
Are you nervous?
Mikey folds. Silber will take the pot.
But hoping he's never touched again by Matusow.
That was the toughest decision I made all tournament. Hope it was the right one.
The mouth of Havad Khan has been mute during the 2008 main event, despite being the last man from the 07 final table still alive in this tournament. He's facing a big bet from his opponent.
Havad's been so quiet, I believe aliens snatched his body and put the soul of Marcel Marceau in him.
Havad does lay down his hand to that big bet. Havad started the day with 338,000 chips. Picking up some of the slack in the chatter department is pro Michael Carroll. He was seated with Jerry Yang on day 1 and Phil Locke on day 2, but he says he's hoping to perform well enough that the big names will say they were seated with him.
Michael in his Kobe Bryant jersey for this entire main event.
Never be ashamed to fold. See, the key is take those glasses and toss them.
Amen, Michael.
You can see. I'm gonna get this whole table and we going shopping. You guys got a lot of stuff going on that's affecting your game. You got to get rid of that before we go to the final table. We're gonna take this whole table to the final table. We're gonna go shopping.
And Jason Young's in trouble, all in and behind. The former New York Parks Department worker who won a bracelet this year has pocket 6s against the pocket 8s of Jeremy Renz.
Maybe I shouldn't have had him take off the Yankees jersey.
Young looking for help on the river, but doesn't get it. Renz hits a set, and Young is gone.
Good job. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck, man. Good luck.
He's still my guy.
Good luck.
Jason, I'll leave a light on for you. And bring beer.
What a great World Series premiere for Jason Young. Now back to our featured table. A couple of big personalities, a couple of big men sitting next to each other, Hellmuth and Ballant. There is Russia's Sarkis Akopian, 10-9 offsuit.
Nice. And nobody raised you?
Another raise from the Russian player. Makes it 16,000. Action folds over to Ballant. Ballant with ace-queen offsuit. In the small blind.
I'm going to raise.
Jean-Robert had a 9-1 chip lead heads up looking for his first bracelet just before the main event, but Matthew Graham beat him.
I'll play all my chips.
And Ballant is going to move all in with ace-queen. Big blind Phil Hellmuth folds. So back to Akopian now. He'll need just over 66,000 to call.
Yeah, blue.
Blue 7, aren't we?
Get it. Blue 13.
Cool.
And a call from Akopian quickly.
Motley 10-9 will call him.
Wow.
I'm blessed.
Oh, God.
Did I not raise enough? No.
I win.
Well, I did, huh?
I win.
I do need a double up, but man, I don't even understand.
We talk a lot about the landmines the pros have to dodge at the main event. Here's one.
I love the call, but I'm not very lucky in these kind of situations. Oh, man. Bill, what's going on here? Don't send me home with the 10-9. Please don't send me home with the 10-9.
Don't get Phil started on this type of situation.
Mathematically, I don't know if that was a correct call.
Mathematically, it's not an awful
I
call.
knew you were strong, John.
Of course I was strong, but strong or not, 10-9?
All right, 10-9 against Ballant's ace-queen. And there's an ace.
Yes.
John Robert loves the call now.
Baby. Come on. No jacks, please. No jacks and no sevens. Or queen. No jacks, no sevens, and I don't need any more pairs.
No jacks, no sevens, and he doesn't need any more pairs.
Deuce ball.
It's a 6.
That's the card I'm talking
Not
about.
over yet, John Robert.
Did I tell you that you look very handsome today, sir?
John Robert, he could still hit a 7.
Akopian with a straight draw.
Ballant thought it was over. Almost, Jean Robert.
John Robert, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.
Akopian thinks he's going to hit the 4-outer.
Don't do it to me like that. That would be ugly.
Akopian needs a 7 for a straight to knock out Jean Robert.
River card. Oh! It's a 7. Ballant is gone.
Thank goodness it wasn't Phil.
Oh,
God.
He came back from China for this?
God. Excuse me.
he does make his first main event cash, but he's not happy about that right now.
That was the sickest, dude.
No. Maybe we'll bring Jean Robert back for main event All-Stars.
What a way to go out.
That was the
Jean
sickest.
Robert Ballant survived the many slings and arrows of the first few days of the main event, but he could not survive 10-9 offsuit. This poker fact brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net. If you play a hand without a pocket pair, tread lightly. There's just a 1 in 3 chance you'll catch one on the flop. Back inside the Rio with a featured table is still a buzz over that bad beat that knocked Jean Robert Ballant out of the main event.
That was the Robert hand. I'm still thinking of it. You're right. That was just cold. He thought he'd won. He's jumping up and down. He thought it was over.
The fact that he has to sweat it pre-flop against 10-9, you know, like expecting, you
And
know.
it's ace-8. It's over.
Yeah, that would have been a bad beat anytime, even more dramatic when it happens at this stage of the main event. Hellmuth looks down at a queen of spades and squeezes out a 3 of hearts.
Hellmuth and Johnny Chan, the only main event champion still alive in this field. And it looks like Hellmuth decides to get frisky with queen 3 offsuit.
Yeah, he raises to 16,000 on Andy Schultz now, 23 years old, born in Madison, Wisconsin, same as Phil.
And like Phil, he also went to the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Schultz with ace-queen offsuit.
Phil won the main event at age 24, so maybe Schultz has designs on it at age 23.
He's going to re-raise to 44,000.
This is what I do. I bust people.
You usually don't bust them with queen tray.
Rest of the table now, considering the action between the two Wisconsin players. Action back to Phil now.
Wow, I've raised 3 pots. Honey, I raised 3 pots. They came over the top of me twice.
He may be talking to his wife, but I'd like to think he's talking to me.
They don't respect my bets. It's a classic setup for me, baby. This guy.